Namaste. I'm very glad that we're here today listening to that sound of the singing bowl to invite us to go within. Right? You were trying to get into this video, you were finishing activities. Now it's time to take a nice deep breath and notice the vibration within you. And all the breath and exhaling. Well, in today's video, I want to introduce you or to bring you closer to your breath. And the breath, it is called pranayama. That's how we call it here in yoga, right? Prana means life force. And yama many times means to to stretch it out. And prana is to allow this energetic force within us to be stretched out, not to be contained and to be stuck. That you're contracted. On the opposite, we want expansion. So that's what yama means here. Prana yama, expansion of the breath, expansion of that divine force in us. So I just invite you to pay attention to your breath right now. Breathe through both nostrils. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Close your eyes now and breathe. Very nice. Now open your eyes. And the first assignment that we're going to start doing on a regular basis is paying attention to the flow of your breath. So just like when you go into the water, right? You go into the ocean, and you can feel the waves, going up and down, up and down. And sometimes it is faster, right? And sometimes it's a big wave that has so much power. And sometimes it's so gentle that you can just suddenly feel it. Well, the breath is the same. Sometimes, so when you don't train it, sometimes it's choppy, right? Especially when we are with fear or when we're angry. Notice next time you're angry, you shorten your breath, right? And notice when you are very calm and relaxed, how the breath starts to get longer and deeper. So one of the things that yogis need to get in touch with is with the breath, because the breath is our best friend. It is an indicator of what is going on inside of us. Just like I explained, if it's choppy and fast, it's saying that something is going on inside of us. And when it's long, something is going on, right? Very different. First one is something different than the second one. And the breath is the first action we do when we are born. So when you are inside in your mother's womb, you are not using those lungs, right? We have one lung on the right side, another lung on the left side. They're packed, right? And they're grabbed here together. Here, this one and the other one. And if we were able to unpack and open them flat. Do you know how big it will be? The size of a tennis court. Isn't that amazing? That expansion is contained, packed beautifully here. And they help us to breathe air. So when we are in our mother's womb, we're not breathing in that way. We're not using the lungs. We are swimming. We are in water. We are in the fluid, right? That is there inside the sac where we are swimming. So when we are descending in the birth canal and we come out, the first thing is to breathe. And if we have mucus, inside the nasal, that's when the doctor and the nurses start to cleanse us. So we have it clear the pathways, and then we can breathe. And even if the baby, the newborn, is not breathing, what is the doctor going to do? It's going to give you a spank, right, in your butt to awaken you, to shake you, right, in a gentle way. So the same way, right now, if you're training, this a little spanking, you will be paying attention to the breath. And we're going to learn many different ways of breathing. But the first part is when we breathe, what are the parts of breathing? Yes, that's it. Very good. So you inhale, taking a breath in, and then I'm what? Holding the breath, right? And then I have my exhalation. And then I can pause. I can hold there again. So notice like a circle. Let's start here. Inhaling, pause for a moment, exhale, pause, and then we complete a circle. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. So every breath is a cycle. Notice how for a woman in menstruation we also call it cycle, right? Because it has different parts, but we come back again and then we start again, and that's what it happens. Well, the same cycle of the lunar, right? We have a full moon, and then you know what is happening, and then right, and we have a new moon, and then we have a crescent, and right? It's a cycle, and it's a cycle of 28 days. The same, the menstrual cycle is 28 days. Now, the cycle of your breath is not going to be 28 days, but it's going to be as long as you learn to breathe. Now, one of the animal kingdom, one of the animals that live the longest is the one that has long breath. And that's the turtle. Yeah, turtle. Yeah, the turtle. And so we as yogis, we learn to breathe longer. So when we have an inhalation, we breathe in, the breath coming through both nostrils, and then as you inhale, it's here at the top, and you hold it, you retain. That retain is called Antara Kumbhaka. And then you exhale, and then you have the Vaya Kumbhaka, the retention. So Antara Kumbhaka and Vaya Kumbhaka are retention of the breath. Antara is at the top, up, top. When you breathe in, the top, so you hold it here is Antara, letter A, and then you exhale, and when you hold it down here after the A, you have the letter B, Vaya Kumbhaka. That helps you take it. So we're learning about those parts of the breath. Now, which part is the most important? Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening to all of you say it even. But one of the main things is the exhalation. Because if you don't empty yourself out, how can you have a new inhale? Right? So that is very important. We need to learn ourselves to empty ourselves. So we're going to see in other aspects in our life, how can we empty? Maybe you have too many books there in your library study room at home that you don't use anymore. And maybe somebody else can use them. You can let go of that. You can empty yourself. Next time you're hungry, um, or you're not hungry, but you know that it's time to eat. The food is ready, or because it smells good, or because somebody's inviting you. Sit for a moment and allow yourself to feel the emptiness of your stomach. That's another emptiness. Let's practice emptiness of the breath right now. In the Vajra. Vajra in Vajra, that means at the bottom. So inhaling, exhale, exhale completely until you're empty. And then hold in that emptiness. Good. Inhale. Notice how that inhalation gets so beautiful because you have that space. Exhale. Hold that. Now continue with your natural breathing, right? When I say natural, that means that you are not controlling, that you're not deciding. Pranayama is one of the limbs of yoga. And we're breathing here together. Sometimes we take it for granted. We don't even realize that we're breathing. And if we were not breathing, we would not be having life. Right? Now, I want to introduce you to the yogi breathing. The yogi breathing is the one that emphasizes in truly paying attention to the three parts of your thoracic part or area, your torso, to be filled with that air. And I'm going to have here um, a little container, right? I have a container. I know I have clips right now, but imagine that this is your torso. And when we take a deep breath, some people just breathe here in the bottom and stay there. Other people just breathe out in the shoulders and stay there, right? So we're going to learn to breathe those three parts that is called the yogi breathing um, part. And that means that we're going to fulfill the three parts of breathing. So it's going to be the lower abdomen, it's going to be the midsection in the rib cage, and then it's going to be also in the upper part as well. So having that in mind, I have this container just to show you how if I wanted to put water, right, if I want to put water into this container, and I'm pouring the water here, and I have water, what is going to be filled first? The bottom, and then the middle, and then the top. And then if I continue, it's just going to be wasting the water because the container can only hold that, right? So let's start inhaling, filling up the bottom, midsection, the upper. And then when we empty, if I'm going to be empty this out, first it's going to be the top, then the middle, and then the bottom. Very nice. Inhaling, filling up the lower, the midsection, the upper. Now empty your exhalation, the top, the middle, and the bottom, and you're empty. Inhaling, filling up, the lower part of your abdomen, then the midsection, then the upper. Exhaling, releasing the upper air, the mid air, and the bottom air. And then you're empty. So you complete the exhalation. Very good. Now, the breath, we think. So this is all your thoracic area. So you can, I invite you to put a hand in your lower abdomen and feel the breath. Very nice. Now, if you're in front of a mirror, you're here in the computer, I invite you to maybe have your phone and also use it as as um, as a mirror to see the upper part. So inhaling, feel the upper, exhale. Very nice. Inhale. Very nice. Now, with your hands, you're able to feel the abdomen expanding because you're putting air. So it's kind of like a balloon. The balloon is going to be full, right? Okay. Now, your hands are in the front of your body and you can feel the breath here. You were able to see my shoulder slightly as here in the collarbone, the air was filling up. Now, the breath is not just here in the front, but I have ribs. So it's three-dimensional. Three-dimensional. And we're going to experience that. I invite you to feel the breath being a three-dimensional. So also, we're going to feel the rib cage and the sides here and the back. Right? Remember the lungs are inside us, but a part of us of the lungs is in the back. The other is here and the other is on the side. So that's what is three-dimensional now, the intercostal. So breathe in, filling up the bottom that expands, and the midsection, and the upper. And then releasing the upper, releasing the middle, and you're empty. Right? And you're here. And then you go again. And then you're empty. Very nice. Very nice. Continue with this breathing. Keep up the bottom. Don't rush. See if your breath could be a little longer. Very nice. Close your eyes now as you feel this miracle of life, of this breath in you. When we establish control of the breath, we also control the fluctuation of the mind. Just right now by closing your eyes and paying attention to that breath of filling up three parts in a three-dimensional container that is your torso. What is the rib cage receiving? Nice inside. Feel the nourishment to the top lobes of your lungs. Beautiful. Very nice. Now you can gently open your eyes and see that breathing brings life. This is the practice of yoga. Just breathing for 5 minutes. Conscious breathing is doing the practice of yoga. So the assignment for this week is that you spend 5 minutes with a timer and just breathe. Close your eyes. You can place your hands in your lower abdomen to feel the breath. I invite you to be in a seated position with your spine upright first. And then at night, before you go to bed, you may have a ritual to go to bed. I hope your ritual is not falling asleep with the TV on there in your bedroom. And if that's your ritual, please don't do that for the next couple days, just for you for an experimentation. And allow your breath to put you to sleep. You know, when I went to my first cruise, it was wonderful to feel the breathing of Mother Ocean, and that put me to sleep. Feeling the waves, feeling the breath. That's how I went to bed. So let us connect with your own pranayama. Pay attention. In those 5 minutes that you're going to be doing, you can do the retention, right? Remember the Antara Kumbhaka and the Baya Kumbhaka. You can retain, so we can retain both at the top and at the bottom, or you can just do some breaths retaining at the top, just retain at the top, just retain at the top, as cycles, couple cycles, and then just retain at the bottom, another cycle, then don't retain at all, and then do both. So just have fun, be playful with your own breath. Notice what the lungs will be telling you, what your diaphragm, because there is some movement of diaphragm, and we're going to go there a little deeper when we do the anatomy of breathing. Now it was just a very introduction, a very simple way to get connected with your breath, which is one of your best friends. I hope you enjoy your breathing, and we'll see you next time. Namaste.